make sure there's no confusion here. We're talking about exiting Turpentine Road, and once Turpentine Road is fully bitumen-paved, it is our view that the amount of traffic along that road will increase dramatically. I've already seen cases of cars running the gauntlet, as it were, to get onto the Princes Highway, and so it makes sense to actually have a dedicated right-hand turn lane coming out of Turpentine Road, and Mr. Stewart said it's not called that, it's called, I think it's an acceleration lane, is that what the technical term for it? And so I think we should write to the RMS and request that they install an acceleration lane at that point, as a matter of course.
Great. We've all read Mr. Stewart's report that they're talking to the RMS about their long-term plans for the highway, and that'll be included in it, will it not? Yeah. Okay. Councillor Kitchener.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'd just like to make a comment in support of this recommendation. I've utilised Turpentine Road regularly over the last 40 years to access different walking trails in the Buttawings and the Moreton National Park, and I drove on it yesterday, the day before, both days, once heading to Orange and coming home. And I've never seen the amount of traffic on that road since it's been sealed. There wasn't 100 metres where there wasn't cars going in both directions. And I'd like to commend Director Stewart for a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other commentary? Councillor Levitt.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't have much to add. I think Councillor Proudfoot's got a really good point. I regularly use Turpentine Road myself, did so when it was a jaw rattler on a regular basis, going to see my daughter over at Browood. But I think we also need to consider, what is it, a slip lane? What do you call them? Seagull lane. In both directions, that is coming out of Turpentine, turning left to go north on the highway, and also a lane to accommodate you, similar to what is at the intersection of the highway and Jervis Bay Road, where if you're turning right, you're going into a dedicated lane that allows you to seamlessly move into the traffic heading south.
Mr. Stewart's taken that commentary on board. You want to make a comment on that, Mr. Stewart?
Just the one comment, which is I've been discussing this with the RMS, just as I had the opportunity last week when I met with the RMS, and their concern is that we're heading towards a seagull configuration, which was raised by a councillor earlier, and they don't support seagulls, but in future they may, because they're going back on their old policy. So happy to bring a report back and see what we can get as RMS will give us that advice.
Great, as long as there's not an albatross around our necks. Councillors, any other commentary on this one? None, right of reply. Councillor Proudfoot. Is there any dissent from the motion, councillors? No, that's passed unanimously. It's with you again, I think, Councillor Proudfoot.
Yeah, I'll move the motion, Madam Mayor.
You have a seconder? Yep. Councillor Pakes. Councillor Proudfoot.
Well, I won't speak to it, Madam Mayor. It's just a report.
Question?
Councillor
Can you
Cage.
explain exactly what you're asking for?
Well, I will speak to it.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, I was at the most recent meeting of the Nowra CBD Revitalisation Strategy Committee, and it was an interesting meeting. It was a bit embarrassing because on the way to the meeting I broke my fly, and so I was sitting down. I was sitting down near one of the presenters, and next thing the meeting started with, they wanted to display the sorts of lights they're going to have around the shopping centre, and they looked at me as a potential person to stand up and hold the lead. And so I looked elsewhere. Well, you asked, didn't you? You asked. And so I thought, this is all very
Is this relevant, Councillor Proudfoot? I hope so.
Well, it was an interesting meeting. It was an interesting exchange, and I just thought, oh, this is good. It's nice people talking about nice things and doing good things for the city. I just thought, I wonder where we're up to with this committee, and where we're up to with the progress that they've made in terms of developing policy for our city, developing strategies for our city. Do they line up with the KPIs? What are the KPIs? I thought, as a re-elected councillor from some time ago, I'd like to know.
Okay, so you're just looking for a broad
That's
overview.
right.
Great, thank you. Any other discussion on this issue? There being none, is there any dissent from this? There being none, that motion is carried. We've done 7